Hey, it's Jonathan again. Today I'm painting a picture of a fish. My partner has a really pretty Dalmatian molly in his fish tank, which I thought would be great for watercolor practice, so I made this painting the other day. Just look at those big kissable lips. I like it, but there are some things I want to try differently, so I'm doing this process all over again for this video. While sketching, I'm just kind of feeling out the shape of the fish from a reference image I took on my phone. I got lucky that it was near the class. I'm not a huge fish person. I honestly wouldn't have a tank if it were up to me. I had one when I was in junior high. I think it was junior high. And it was just because I couldn't have another guinea pig. So I went with fish, and I just couldn't care enough about them. But they are very pretty and fun to look at. They're just, to me, kind of living decorations, and I know a lot of people will not like that statement. They can be cute, but I don't spend enough time staring at them. So I'm going straight into painting and not using any kind of ink fine liner this time. The blues and pinks are from the image, but I have exaggerated them a little bit to make the picture pop a bit more. The pinks, I think, were actually from the aquarium lights, and the blues just seem to be part of the fish's natural coloring on its scales. It's not 100% white, it has some blue hues to it. At least this one does. Right now I'm adding some black. Normally you are expected to kind of work light to dark, which is what I tried to do, but I completely forgot to add some of the details for the blues on the fins, so I'm gonna come back to that in a moment after I add a bunch of black detail to the head. And for these black spots, I am trying to keep in mind that a lot of them do follow the scales, but not completely. And I'm working off of that reference image, but it's more just trying to get something similar to the effect rather than attempting to copy it directly, because honestly, that is a huge pain in the ass. And, nature illustrators don't typically try to copy one for one exactly what they're seeing. They just try to get the effect, which is a lot faster and less stressful than trying to make sure everything's one-to-one. Here I am just adding those details again. I don't like how the blue at the edge of the tail fin looks, so later I'm going to come in and blend that. I should have thought to do that before adding these details, but honestly my mind wasn't there at the time. Back to adding blacks. I'm not really paying that much attention at this point to how dark the pigment is, whether it's uniform or not. And some people might prefer it not to be, but with my skill level, the blacks do need to be a bit more uniform, and I come back at the end to kind of even it out. One thing you will notice is that this fish is different. I have a hard time with things like this, being able to draw it exactly the same again, especially since I don't normally draw fish, although this was fun, so I'll probably do more. I'm thinking about doing a painting of a rope fish later. They're very cool looking. We saw one at the store the other day, and I hadn't seen them before. I love their little friendly faces, but they will apparently kill and eat anything smaller than them in the fish tank, and they get huge, so we don't even have a fish tank big enough for them. Right here I am adding a basic marbled background with the same blue pigment but mixed in with a little bit of blue-green. That's what they call it, don't at me. The paint is called blue-green, not teal. So it's a little bit more aquatic looking than a lot of other simple backgrounds I could choose. And I am kind of bringing it around the edge of the fish just so it looks a bit more integrated into the background rather than just sitting flat on top of it. And now I'm back to add a little bit of details, more black spots that either I just overlooked the first time or helped fill in the area. And I am adding more details to the pinks and blues because I felt that they could pop a little bit more. And here's where I'm blending that blue on the fishtail and re-adding some detail. And here's where I try to flatten out a lot of those blacks because I did not like the look of it where it was just kind of haphazard. Some areas were more of a gray than a black, so I tried to fix that here. And the end result is pretty decent. This picture is basically done, and I gotta say, I do like the way it turned out, although I wouldn't say it's necessarily better than the one I did the other day. There are aspects I feel I did better on, like making the black uniform and maybe some of the details for those spots. But there are other aspects where I prefer the original, like the blues on the fins. And I didn't give it nearly as kissable lips this time, which is a real shame. I'm peeling off the tape, not the paper, but the tape is peeling off the top layer of paper because I have cheap paper. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the artwork and the process. If you did, please subscribe and give me a like. Please share the video with anyone you think would appreciate it, and leave a comment with a link to any fish pictures that you might have made. I'd love to see them. Again, I'm Jonathan, and I will see you with another video next week.